Hello friends, today I'll be making my favorite cabbage pancake. Yay! I have my ingredients here. This is everything I'll be using for the pancake and it's so easy to make. I have my grounded pepper, my cabbage, 1 little onion, flour, 3 eggs, Greek yogurt and garlic. Let's go! So as you might have guessed, I start by chopping the cabbage, and that's my husband chopping the cabbage, by the way. You want to actually chop it into really small pieces because we're making pancake and you don't want like big chunks of cabbage in your pancake. So he took his time to really help chop and make sure they are in smaller pieces. I'm so grateful for the help. And then in a small fry pan, I add my oil. I used coconut oil preferably. And then I pour in my chopped onions and garlic and begin to fry that. At this point, you just want to make sure the onion and garlic is slightly fried and give it a good stir while you're doing that. After I sauteed my onion and garlic, I just go ahead to add my pepper. This is just a blend of habanero pepper, nothing more, nothing less. Just to give it a bit of a spicy flavor. And I always like to use fresh habanero. So this is habanero and I give it a very good mix and also fry this a little bit before I begin to add my other ingredients. I had already cut my sausage into little pieces, so I'm going to be adding that now and make sure they all fry together. I added a little curry powder here. You don't have to add curry powder. I just sometimes like to add curry powder. It's not compulsory. If you like it, yeah, you can go ahead to add curry powder. So I continue to give it a very good mix to make sure everything fries properly. So here I have all my cabbage chopped, thanks to my husband who helped with that while I was frying the sauce. What I'm just going to do now is to pour boiling water into the cabbage. The reason why I'm doing this is to soften the cabbage a bit. Remember, we are making pancake, and if the cabbage is not properly cooked or is not soft, your pancake might not come out nice. So you want the pancake to be softened a bit before you make the pancake. So this is it. It has been well steamed and placed aside. Now I'm going to get my fried pepper sauce with the onions and sausage in it, and I'm going to pour that into my steamed cabbage. And the next thing I'm going to get is the eggs. I have 3 eggs. I'll be using 3 eggs. Adding eggs to this is very important because you want it to bind together as in a pancake. So we're trying to make a pancake, so eggs are important here also. And then next I would add my spices. I'll be using paprika. If you have paprika adds a nice flavor to it also. Just a little paprika will be good. And I'll be using this Watkins chicken seasoning. I love Watkins a lot. This is salt free. This one in particular is salt free. I don't know about you, but I love Watkins, so I always use their seasoning for most of the things I do. And next I'll be adding black pepper. Black pepper is just always good. It just adds this unique flavor, so I'll be adding black pepper. You can put in your spices anyhow you like it. You can decide not to use black pepper if you're not a fan, just anyhow you like it works. And next I will be adding yaji powder. Yaji powder is unique to Nigeria. Is like a mix of pepper, granite, and some other spices. Some people just do pepper, granite, and salt. Some people do pepper, granite, and bouillon. And then don't forget to add your salt to this, because you want to give it you want it to have a good taste. I just used like half spoon of salt, and this is what we have. This is everything all in, and I'm going to be giving this a good mix. Try to mix the egg in well so everything blends well. You can also whisk the egg before pouring it, but I didn't have to, so I just poured in my eggs that way without whisking it. But the important thing is to give it a good mix. This is what it looks like after mixing all that together. And the next thing I'll be doing here is to add my Greek yogurt. Yes, Greek yogurt is also an important ingredient here. So I'll be adding 3 spoons of Greek yogurt into my mix. Preferably the Greek yogurt without honey, just the plain one is good. And then mix it all together. Make sure you also give this a very good mix. After you're done mixing everything together, then we put our flour. This is wheat flour. It is actually the bleached wheat flour. You can use unbleached. I always prefer unbleached, but for this I'm using the bleached wheat flour. Again, flour is very important because we're making pancakes. You can't do it without the flour also. You can also substitute for oat flour, almond flour, whatever flour you prefer would work for this. And then give it a very, very good mix here. Make sure everything is well mixed together. And this is what we have after mixing all our ingredients together. We are ready to make our cabbage pancake. Now look at the consistency. This is the type of consistency you are aiming for. You don't want your pancake to fall apart, so that's why you have to make sure you have a good consistency. Your egg needs to be enough, the flour needs to be enough, everything has to be a very good balance to ensure you have a good consistency. I am ready to fry my pancakes, so I'll be taking the fry pan which I used to fry the pepper mix earlier. There's no need to wash the fry pan because everything in there just adds to the juice for the pancake. It just gives the pancake the juice, if you get what I mean. So I'll be using coconut oil for this, and I'm just warming it up right now, warming up my coconut oil a bit before I pour in my cabbage mix into the pan. And here we have it. I like to just put enough. I like this fry pan because it just gives me the size I need. I don't need to bother about measuring or getting a perfect circle. This fry pan is small and just gives me the perfect size. You can make your pancake, your cabbage pancake thick or thin. I made mine a bit thick because I'm like, oh, I'll be eating one and I'll be full. That's what I want. So you put it in all there and make sure it fries well. For cabbage pancake, you want to make sure you put enough oil because it needs to actually fry well. Unlike when you're making the normal pancakes, you might do it oilless, but for this cabbage pancake you need enough oil. I always just let my cabbage sit there for a bit longer because I want my cabbage to be well fried. Sometimes I even like it almost brown and like almost burnt sometimes, but you don't have to do that. After it's showing signs that it's beginning to fry well, you can see that from the edges that it's beginning to get burnt. Then you can flip over. At this point you can see how well binded my pancake is. If you do not make this well, your pancake might fall apart. So the making process is actually very important. Everything you mix into the pancake is important because you want to make it stay firm together, and I'm happy I achieved that. You can see how almost it's not burnt, but it's well fried. I like to call it well fried. I like my pancake brown sometimes. So this is it. I just press it a bit so everything gets fried. Just give it a little press so the other part also gets well fried. Second round, repeat the process. Add more coconut oil in the pan and then add your pancake mix and fry. This is just my unique way of getting creative with cabbage. I feel like cabbage is one vegetable that can seem boring, but you can actually do a lot with it. It came out really nice. I really actually legit wish I could give you a taste. Every time I make this, it's always a 10/10. I also plan to try something else with cabbage. I'm still ruminating the idea in my head, and I hope to share when I do. But yeah, this is what we have today. Let me know if you'll be trying this and what you'll be doing differently. Tell me in the comment section. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to like, share this with a friend, subscribe, comment, let me know your thoughts on this, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.